So I'm in the process of installing some electricity into the Go Fast camper. I got real lucky. I built this compartment thing here a couple years ago, and I have this Anker Solex, I think it's a 1000, but it is quite powerful. Puts out about 20 amps. I believe it's a full kilowatt hour of battery storage. Got your car socket. These here are high wattage outputs, like 100 to 140, so this will power a Starlink. So I've had this powering Starlink, charging a cell phone, and running the cooler. Just got a Bouge RV flexible solar panel up on the roof, and it's putting out 144 watts. So on the front of these Rams here, there is a little bit of a step. You can see it right there. That is a gasket on the right side that's really squished down. That same gasket is right there. It's really hard to explain. You just have to trust me that I don't believe these are going to get pinched. There is quite the cushion here because there is an extra large gap. I have an actual gland, but I don't want to cut a hole in here if I don't have to. So I've 3D printed some of these things. They work okay. This is for the WeBoost. But I've got some other wire things to tidy this up. Right here, I'm gonna have these held up so that they don't rub holes in the cab of the truck. And up again, I'll have them stuck up against here. They'll come right down, you can't see in there, and go in right down here. There is the solar panel. Now what I'm gonna do, unplug this, take this into the workshop, clean the back of it, get my 3M VHB tape all over this, and then I got to come out here, clean this off, make sure this isn't too hot, and get it stuck. I'm going to stick it right in the middle, because if I stick it to this side, there's not enough room to get another panel over there, and it's too long to go this way. So basically this is the only panel that's going on here. So this is the back. Got a little situation going on here. That is, not sure how that's going to work with my plan of attack. 3M VHB. I'm going to do 3 or 4 rows across the top. Like 70 to 100 degrees. I ran out of tape. So I ordered 2 more rolls. They'll be here tomorrow morning.
No, there's still some.
This is tripled up here. And I think I'm going to double up right here. Try to get this section to stick down. I think it's going to work. Got to finish this row here. And then I might do 2 more double rows or 1, 2, 3 rows. Not quite sure. So it's stuck down. I've got this shipping blanket over it and rolled out all the areas where there was VHB tape. I just went inside and Googled heat and how it affects the curing of this tape once it's stuck down. I thought it was a bad thing. Well, apparently it's a good thing. If you get this up to 150 degrees Fahrenheit, it speeds up the adhesive cure time of this tape. So right here is the watts in, and it ramps up. It doesn't go full juice all at once. There we go, we got to 144. So we're at roughly 70%, and at 144 watts, this will be topped off in 2.6 hours. So let's take a temperature reading. We've dropped by 4 watts. Google said 150 degrees is what is good. We're at 160, 160, 160, 158. So we're only 10 degrees over the recommended fast curing temperature. I'm getting ready to head out for the day to set some posts in concrete. So I'm going to mix in concrete, digging holes. It's not going to be pleasurable. It's about 98 degrees. I'll show you how this is working. It is cooling down. It's 39 degrees in there right now. We have 13 volts coming in from the battery bank right here. I'm currently in the shade and my solar is bringing in 17 watts. As soon as I pull out into the sun, that'll go up to 134 to 144, and we will have a 100-watt surplus. Because right now this is running on max, in max mode right there. You can see that. and we're only consuming 36 watts. What do we got in here? We've got lots of water, and I've been using this. They sponsored me a long time ago, or a couple months ago, and they sent out a ridiculous amount of this stuff. I've been using this all summer while I'm sweating my you-know-what off. So there's the solar panel. It's in the shade. You can see how much it's in the shade. Still bringing in 19 watts when we have 90% shade. We're gonna head out on the highway and see if it sticks. All right, it says it's 35 degrees in there. I have had this not read exactly, but it's cool. Nice and cool. Let's see here, are we gonna do water, or are we doing a stay salty element? I think I'm gonna try some of this. If you guys are out there working hard this summer, this is a pretty cool setup to have. Whether you're building decks, pouring concrete, building fences, having unlimited refrigeration is pretty cool. The solar panel's Bouge RV. This refrigerator's Bouge RV. This is one of their most affordable options. They've got another one that I like a lot better. This has a backup battery, but you have to swap the plugs in order to use this battery. There are other ones, it's got like an automatic transfer switch in it. The battery sits inside, it's charged by the refrigerator, and you can have it plugged in to your car. As soon as you turn your car off or your truck, it automatically switches over to battery. Start your car back up, automatically switches back over to refrigeration and starts charging the onboard battery. Great for road trips. But if you don't want to put a lot of money into it, just this will work. I'll put the links down in the description. It's 104 degrees in the back of this truck. I've got to get some windows installed in here or something. Cool it down. It's a 94 out, so just reducing the temperature by 10 degrees wouldn't make this not have to work so hard. There's a little bonus. Just got home, unloaded my tools, and took my main water bottles out. I'm going to be putting those in the fridge overnight. I have this set at 44, and I put it down to eco mode, and that's what that's going to do, is keep this from heating up as the night goes on. Obviously the back of the truck will cool down. It'll be easy for this to maintain that 44 degrees. In the morning, when I head out, I'll probably load this back up with my lunch and water bottles, like my personal water bottles, you know, this sort of stuff, already cooled down from being in the fridge overnight. I will reset this back down to 30, because if I set it at 40, I've had different temperature readings from inside there. I just went out on a camping trip and we took just this, and I put it down to about 31 degrees, and our food stayed really cold, just above freezing, and it worked out great. So that's how I'm going to try things out to keep cold beverages, cold food throughout the summer. So I know some of you are probably wondering, how the heck did your solar panel hold up with that tape? Well, it's been over a month, and this stuff is on here. It's on there for good. I don't think I'll ever be taking it off. 3M VHB tape. 100 miles an hour, 100 degree temperatures, it's not coming off.